Okay, so I need to walk us through this lab. So I've logged into Pearson, into the Lab Media Investigations. This is the lab, How Are Space Rocks Analyzed for Signs of Life? I'm going to go ahead and click open the lab notebook and questions. There we go. Okay, so what you need to do is you just need to read through. So you've got to read through this top part. It's asking you to consider what you learned in Chapter 1. Is it possible to distinguish living from dead based on what characteristics, on elemental differences? And then it's asking you to answer question 1. Then you're going to click Next. So up here is Next. Here are 3 rocks, rock 1, rock 2, rock 3. The instructions are asking you to do a theoretical activity. So in this theoretical activity, you're going to analyze the rocks collected from recent space travels. What you're going to do is, the first thing you need to know is you need to know about patterns of erosions on the rock, as it states right here. So you're going to click on rock 1 to investigate the specimen. Okay, this is going to tell you about rock 1. Several different samples of this rock and its elemental components. Okay, so if you come over here, it says click on the lab notebook window, then click on record data button for rock 1 to see the average sample. So I'm going to come over here, I'm going to record data, and what's going to do is we're going to populate this data down here for rock 1. Okay, you're going to click return to rock samples. You're going to go to rock number 2. You're going to scroll, you're going to click record data. You're going to do the same for rock number 3. Make sense? Okay, so once you've done that, you're going to proceed to the next step once you're done recording the average elemental composition for each rock, which is what we've done over here on the left. So next. Okay, so in this we're going to compare the elements that are most abundant or most common in the Earth's crust and those elements that are most naturally occurring in the human body. Okay. So it says it wants you to make comparisons between those two things. It wants you to use information that you learned in Chapter 1 regarding emergent properties of life and information about molecules that you learned in Chapter 2. And it wants you to answer question number 3. I did forget to tell you to answer question number 2 on this previous page. Sorry about that. Okay. So you're going to answer question 3. And then you're going to click Next. It's going to ask you to analyze comparisons, factors such as gravitational forces, those sorts of things. Okay, just going to talk about those sorts of things. And then when you're all done, I'm just going to type into these spaces so you can see. I'm not actually answering anything. Okay, then I'm going to, if I don't like my answers, I can clear them all and start over, or I can submit those answers for grading. It gives me one last chance to review the answers I've put in. You're going to put in your name. You're going to send an email to yourself and to your instructor. I'm going to do this. You would put in your email here. Whatever email you're using, I'm just using mine. Actually, you know what? Let's just do this to help you. And then you'll do instructor email, that's mine. Okay. We do not have a TA. If you want to forward one to an alias account, you can certainly do that. And then you're going to click Email Results. and it's going to tell you where those email results were sent to. Okay, so that is how that works, and let me know if you have questions.